Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. The moving finger writes, and having written moves on. Nor all thy piety nor all thy wit can cancel half a line of it. There was a door to which I found no key, there was the veil through which I might not see. A loaf of bread, a jug of wine, and thou. When I want to understand what is happening today or try to decide what will happen tomorrow, I look back. I came like water, and like wind I go. The worldly hope men set their hearts upon turns ashes, or it prospers, and anon, like snow upon the desert's dusty face, lighting a little hour or two, is gone. A hair divides what is false and true. You know, my friends, with what a brave carouse I made a second marriage in my house, favored old barren reason from my bed, and took the daughter of the vine to spouse. Drink. For you know not whence you came nor why, drink. For you know not why you go, nor where. Living life tomorrow's fate, though thou be wise, thou canst not tell nor yet surmise, pass, therefore, not today in vain, for it will never come again. Myself when young did eagerly frequent doctor and saint, and heard great argument about it and about, but evermore came out by the same door as in I went. 'Tis all a checkerboard of nights and days where destiny with men for pieces plays, hither and thither moves, and mates and slays, and one by one back in the closet lays. Tonight I will make a ton of wine, set myself up with 2 bowls of it, first I will divorce absolutely reason and religion, then take to wife the daughter of the vine. Drunkards are doomed to hell, so men declare, believe it not, 'tis but a foolish scare, heaven will be empty as this hand of mine, if none who love good drink find entrance there. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on, nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. You know, my friends, how long since in my house for a new marriage I did make carouse, divorced old barren reason from my bed, and took the daughter of the vine to spouse. Ah, make the most of what yet we may spend, before we too into dust descend. And that inverted bowl we call the sky, where under crawling cooped we live and die, lift not thy hands to it for help, for it rolls impotently on as thou or I. A moment's halt, a momentary taste of being from the well amid the waste, and, lo! The phantom caravan has reached the nothing it set out from. Oh, make haste! Alas, that spring should vanish with the rose. That youth's sweet-scented manuscript should close. So when that angel of the darker drink, at last shall find you by the river brink, and, offering his cup, invite your soul forth to your lips to quaff you shall not shrink. O thou, who man of baser earth didst make, and even with paradise devise the snake, for all the sin wherewith the face of man is blackened, man's forgiveness give and take. By fate full many a heart has been undone, and many a sprightly rose made woebegone. Plume thee not on thy lusty youth and strength, full many a bud is blasted ere its bloom. Into this universe, and why not knowing nor whence, like water willy-nilly flowing, and out of it, as wind along the wate, I know not whither, willy-nilly blowing. Ah, take the cash, and let the credit go, nor heed the rumble of a distant drum. This clay, so strong of heart, of sense so fine, surely such clay is more than half divine. 'Tis only fools speak evil of the clay, the very stars are made of clay like mine. I wonder what the vintners buy one half so precious as the stuff they sell. Drink, for you know not whence you came nor why. A drink is shorter than a tale. Better be jocund with the fruitful grape than sadden after none, or bitter, fruit. By the help of God and with His precious assistance, I say that algebra is a scientific art. The objects with which it deals are absolute numbers and measurable quantities which, though themselves unknown, are related to things which are known, whereby the determination of the unknown quantities is possible. Tomorrow. Why, tomorrow I may be myself with yesterday's 7,000 years. I hide my distress, just like the blessed birds hide themselves when they are preparing to die. Wine, roses, music and your indifference to my sadness, my loved one. Old Khayyam, say you, is a debauchee. If only you were half so good as he sins no sins but gentle drunkenness, great-hearted mirth, and kind adultery, but yours the cold heart, and the murderous tongue, the wintry soul that hates to hear a song, the close-shut fist, the mean and measuring eye, and all the little poisoned ways of wrong. Heaven but the vision of fulfilled desire, and hell the shadow from a soul on fire. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Think, in this battered caravanserai whose portals are alternate night and day, how sultan after sultan with his pomp abode his destined hour and went his way. Whoever thinks algebra is a trick in obtaining unknowns has thought it in vain. No attention should be paid to the fact that algebra and geometry are different in appearance. Algebras, Jabr and Machiavelli, are geometric facts which are proved by propositions 5 and 6 of Book 2 of Elements. And that inverted bowl they call the sky, whereunder crawling cooped we live and die, lift not your hands to it for help, for it as impotently moves as you or I. Heaven has not learned of my arrival, and my departure will not in the least diminish its beauty and grandeur. I will sleep underground. For us ephemeral mortals, the only eternity is the moment, and drinking to the moment is better than weeping for it. The revelations of devout and learned who rose before us, and as prophets burned, are all but stories, which, awoke from sleep they told their comrades, and to sleep returned. The entire world shall be populous with that action which saves one soul from despair. Wake! For the sun, who scattered into flight the stars before him from the field of night, drives night along with them from heaven, and strikes the Sultan's turret with a shaft of light. Dust into dust, and under dust to lie, sans wine, sans song, sans singer, and sans end. Up from earth's center through the seventh gate rose, and on the throne of Saturn sate, and many a knot unravelled by the road, but not the master knot of human fate. The stars are setting and the caravan starts for the dawn of nothing. Oh, make haste. The unbeliever knows his Quran best. Why, all the saints and sages who discussed of the two worlds so wisely, they are thrust like foolish prophets forth, their words to scorn are scattered, and their mouths are stopped with dust. Thy return is as another sun to heaven, a new rose blooming in the garden of the soul. The grape that can with logic absolute the 270 jarring sects confute, the sovereign alchemist that in a trice life's leaden metal into gold transmute. Today is thine to spend, but not tomorrow, counting on morrow's breedeth bankrupt sorrow. O squander not this breath that heaven hath lent thee, make not too sure another breath to borrow. Fools, your reward is neither here nor there. Oh, the brave music of a distant drum! And this I know, whether the one true light kindle to love, or wrath consume me quite, one flash of it within the tavern caught better than in the temple lost outright. I can't reveal the mystery to either saint or sinner, I can't state at length what I've said curtly, I achieve an altered state that I can't explain, I have a secret that I cannot share. The flower that once has blown forever dies. Algebras are geometric facts which are proved. He who has one enemy shall meet him everywhere. Come, fill the cup, and in the fire of spring the winter garment of repentance fling. The bird of time has but a little way to fly, and lo, the bird is on the wing. Here's to the man who owns the land that bears the grapes that makes the wine that tastes as good as this does. Yes, the first morning of creation wrote what the last dawn of reckoning shall read. I hide my grief, just like the blessed birds hide themselves when they are preparing to die, my love. Ah, love! Could you and I with him conspire to grasp this sorry scheme of things entire, would we not shatter it to bits and then remold it nearer to the heart's desire? You know how little while we have to stay, and, once departed, may return no more. For in and out, above, about, below, 'tis nothing but a magic shadow show, played in a box whose candle is the sun, round which we phantom figures come and go. But helpless pieces of the game he plays upon this checkerboard of nights and days, hither and thither moves, and checks, and slays, and one by one back in the closet lays. Indeed the idols I have loved so long, have done my credit in this world much wrong, have drowned my glory in a shallow cup, and sold my reputation for a song. This body is a tent which for a space does the pure soul with kingly presence grace. When he departs, comes the tent pitcher, death, strikes it, and moves to a new halting place. Awake, my little ones, and fill the cup before life's liquor in its cup be dry. Oh, my beloved! Fill the cup, that clears today of past regrets and future fears. Hearts are like tapers, which at beauteous eyes kindle a flame of love that never dies, and beauty is a flame, where hearts, like moths, offer themselves a burning sacrifice. To friends and eke to foes true kindness show, no kindly heart unkindly deeds will do, harshness will alienate a bosom friend, and kindness reconcile a deadly foe. Drink. For you know not when you came, nor why, drink. For you know not why you go, nor where. Justice is the soul of the universe. If I don't enjoy myself now, when shall I? We are in truth but pieces on this chess-board of life, which in the end we leave, only to drop one by one into the grave of nothingness. You've seen the world, and all you've seen is nothing, and everything, as well, that you have said and heard is nothing. You've sprinted everywhere between here and the horizon, it is nothing. And all the possessions you've treasured up at home are nothing. Why ponder thus the future to foresee, and jade thy brain to vain perplexity? Cast off thy care, leave Allah's plans to him, he formed them all without consulting thee. In monasteries, seminaries, retreats and synagogues, they fear hell and seek paradise. Those who know the mysteries of God never let that seed be planted in their souls. The thoughtful soul to solitude retires. Think not I dread to see my spirit fly, through the dark gates of fell mortality. Death has no terrors when the life is true, 'tis living ill that makes us fear to die. The secret must be kept from all non-people. The mystery must be hidden from all idiots. The rose that once has bloomed forever dies. To be free of belief and unbelief is my religion. So I be written in the book of love. I do not care about that book above. Erase my name, or write it as you will. So I be written in the book of love. When you are so full of sorrow that you can't walk, can't cry anymore, think about the green foliage that sparkles after the rain. When the daylight exhausts you, when you hope a final night will cover the world, think about the awakening of a young child. How much more of the mosque, of prayer and fasting? Better go drunk and begging round the taverns. Khayyam, drink wine, for soon this clay of yours will make a cup, bowl, one day a jar. When once you hear the roses are in bloom, then is the time, my love, to pour the wine. Houris and palaces and heaven and hell, these are but fairy tales, forget them all. My friend, let's not think of tomorrow, but let's enjoy this fleeting moment of life. The value of three things is justly appreciated by all classes of men: youth, by the old; health, by the diseased; and wealth, by the needy. We are thinking about bad only those who are worse than we are, and those who are better than us. I'm just not up to us. One does not follow it then smell roses. Another of the bitter herbs will produce honey. Give bread to one, will remember forever. Another life donation, do not understand. I have not asked for life. But I try to accept whatever life brings without surprise. And I shall depart again without having questioned anyone about my strange stay here on earth. I sent my soul through the invisible, some letter of that afterlife to spell, and by my soul returned to me, and answered, I myself am heaven and hell. It's too bad if a heart lacks fire, and is deprived of the light of a heart ablaze. The day on which you are without passionate love is the most wasted day of your life. Dead yesterdays and unborn tomorrows, why fret about it, if today be sweet? Don't cry upon you losses, don't measure today with tomorrow's, don't trust to past and coming day, believe in now, and be happy today. Give me a flagon of red wine, a book of verses, a loaf of bread, and a little idleness. If with such store I might sit by thy dear side in some lonely place, I should deem myself happier than a king in his kingdom. Realize this: one day your soul will depart from your body and you will be drawn behind the curtain that floats between us and the unknown. While you wait for that moment, be happy, because you don't know where you came from and you don't know where you will be going. As far as you can avoid it, do not give grief to anyone. Never inflict your rage on another. If you hope for eternal rest, feel the pain yourself, but don't hurt others. How sad, a heart that does not know how to love, that does not know what it is to be drunk with love. If you are not in love, how can you enjoy the blinding light of the sun, the soft light of the moon? Drink wine. This is life eternal. This is all that youth will give you. It is the season for wine, roses, and drunken friends. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. Men talk of heaven, there is no heaven but here. Men talk of hell, there is no hell but here. Men of hereafters talk and future lives, O love, there is no other life but here. To wisely live your life, you don't need to know much, just remember two main rules for the beginning. You better starve, than eat whatever, and better be alone, than with whoever.